Hello Rainbows, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a first impression and review of the new Urban Decay Velvetizer. It says it is a translucent mix-in medium. It will create an extra velvety feel with a beautiful matte finish and added coverage. Makes a dime size, which I actually don't know how big a dime is. Is that like a 5-cent piece? Or I'm guessing it's like a 5-cent piece. In this you get 8 grams or 0.28 ounces. They obviously are recommending Urban Decay foundations, but I'm just going to be using a drugstore foundation today. We'll open this up. For anyone wondering, I did purchase this off Mecca. Yes, I bought it with my own money and it was $56, something like that. It smells really bad. It smells to me like eyelash glue or like latex or something like that. Like it's got a very strong chemical kind of scent. The foundation I'm going to be using today is a Australis foundation, and this is quite a dewy kind of natural looking foundation. So I thought it would be a good idea to apply just half of this normal foundation on my face and then do the other half mixed in with the Velvetizer, so we can see if there's a difference with the coverage, with the finished result, if it photographs differently, how it affects the longevity of the product as well. So I'm just going to do like 1.5 pumps and apply this with a damp sponge. I'll do 3 pumps to be safe. 3 pumps.
Oh, it smells so bad. Ugh.
Powder on here, if you guys can see that. I'm going to pour that in. So I'm going to mix this in with my finger. It's hard to like get all the powder to mix in without the powder just kind of disappearing everywhere. Already it's making it so thick, like moussey. It has honestly turned it into like putty or clay or something like that. Like it's so thick. Oh, I might have used too much, I don't know. So I honestly wonder if this really does add anything to your foundation or if it just like thickens it, which obviously will give you more coverage just because it's a thicker product. But already looking like this side does seem to be a bit more flawless. It does seem a bit harder to blend. It takes a lot more time, like the product doesn't really slip and slide as it used to. I don't think it's altered the color or anything like that. It doesn't seem like it's more pale. Honestly, I think already, like looking at the difference, this side does seem a lot more kind of flawless. Even like my under eyes and around my eye area, it just seems to be like definitely in terms of kind of matteness of how the product looks. I mean, I can kind of see like the natural kind of glow that the foundation had on this side, whereas this side I still can kind of see a little bit, but I think it's just the thicker coverage is kind of masked a little bit more. I think it's done a pretty good job of turning a light coverage, light to medium coverage foundation into more of a full coverage, because I definitely feel that this is more of a full coverage result compared to this side. Okay, so the rest of my makeup's on and I've just been filming another video, so the foundation has been on for probably an hour or so now. It is now 1:30 in the afternoon. My instant kind of thoughts, like looking at it like this under these lights, looks beautiful. Like the side I used the Velvetizer on, it looks very flawless. It just looks like gorgeous and it kind of really blurs all my imperfections. But looking at it up close, I definitely can see like the powder of it kind of sitting on top of my skin. I am getting a fair bit of cakiness. I just can really see like the powder, especially on areas where I do tend to get a little bit oily around that T-zone. I can just see it's almost like it's coming out of my skin and it's just sitting on top of my skin. So maybe I didn't take long enough to kind of blend it out. But I'm not sure, maybe I added too much of it. Could have maybe added a bit less, I'm not sure. First time using it, but this is like my instant kind of thoughts. I can see like a big blob of it here, which I haven't really blended out that well. I do feel that this side is kind of creasing a little bit more with the Velvetizer on, like underneath my eyes. It feels a little bit more like it's kind of creasing and a little bit more around my laugh lines. But that is still happening on this side without the Velvetizer, but it does feel a lot more on the Velvetizer side that it is happening. Definitely this side does feel very velvety and very, very soft. This side feels a little bit kind of dewy still and not tacky, but you can feel like the foundation might kind of slip and slide a little bit, whereas this side definitely does not feel like that. It doesn't feel heavier or anything like that, but you can definitely feel it. I don't know, it's hard to explain. This is the non-velvetized side, and this is the velvetized side. So this is out just in natural light, not really direct light, but natural light. This is the unvelvetized side, and this is the side that I used the velvetizer on. In this light, it's looking quite good. It does seem to have oxidized a little bit. Maybe that's just my foundation. Alright, so photo time. This is in dark light with no flash on. This next picture is with the flash on in dark light. And this last picture is just in natural light. Okay, so it is now 4 p.m. This makeup has obviously been on for a few hours. This side was just the straight foundation side. So I'm going to zoom you guys in. So you can see like lots of the coverage has pretty much worn off. There's a little bit of cakiness around the sides there, and that's just how it's looking. So this was the velvetized side. I feel that it has definitely gone cakey kind of around my nose, like where all those pores are. It just seems like all the powder's kind of shot out. It's creased a fair bit underneath my eyes, and it is getting like a little bit of kind of dewiness or shine to it, especially on my nose as well. But I still think like from a distance, this side still does look a little bit better. I think it has made the foundation last longer than just the foundation on its own, and it still has given me a decent amount of coverage. So my overall thoughts on this product is I do like it. I think I might need to kind of tweak how I use it or the amount that I use. Or just try some different methods of applying it. It definitely makes your foundation very, very thick. Only one. I love you. It definitely makes your foundation very thick, very moussey, which can obviously change the texture, change how it applies. It does make it a little bit harder to apply. I do think that this side may have oxidized more than this side though. I don't know, what do you guys think? Non-velvetized? Velvetized. I just think it may have oxidized a little bit more. You will probably need to use more foundation than what you used to because it makes it thicker, so it may chew through some of your foundation a little bit more than normal. But I think it's awesome if you've got a favorite foundation that you love but you just wanted it to be a little bit more coverage, like you just wanted it to have that little bit more full coverage. The velvetizer is incredible for that. You know, all that being said, I am impressed with it. Yes, I will repurchase it. It is quite expensive, but I think it is quite a good product, and it's a good product to have just to kind of boost up some foundations on days where I feel like I need to. Thank you, Rainbows, for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video. So, bye!
Another day you should be spending with me, and baby